Okay, first thing I'm going to say is I'm not planning on going anywhere. I don't plan on doing anything stupid. I love my life, I love my family, I love my friends. So if anything happens to me, this is why. Give me a minute. I have a letter here that I've written to Queen Elizabeth II. Now, I'm going to read it to you. I reckon she might see the video before she reads the letter. But here we go. Hello, Elizabeth. I wrote to you in April because I wanted you to know I didn't have any respect for you or your government, and I would thus be living my life according to the moral principles of love, truth and compassion. Since I let you know, it made me think, who the hell are you that I must justify my existence to you in the first place? So this got me thinking, you've been the Queen now for fucking ages, and I've never known you actually do anything but be rich and posh. I know you don't like to live in the public eye, so I thought I'd see what I could find out about you online. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've gathered is in 1953, at that fancy ceremony aired on the BBC, you signed a contract with the people and with God. Now, I personally take any contract with our Creator very seriously, and considering your family have claimed to be entrusted by God with this position, obviously the fruits of your efforts are going to be clearly evident in the manifestation of abundance and prosperity intended for all of us by our Creator. So in this contract you signed, you swore, and I quote, "I will, to the utmost of my power, maintain the laws of God and the profession of the gospel. Blah, blah, blah. The things which I have promised, I will perform and keep, so help me God." Now, Lizzie, I'm not a religious woman, but I'm familiar with Christianity and the Bible, and I recognise the God in it. My issue now is that if I can recognise the God in it and I'm not a Christian, why have you claimed to be entrusted by God when you evidently have no idea who or what God is? I'm going to have to take another toke here. Okay, so where was I? I always wondered, as a child, what it would be like to grow up a princess and get to be a queen. Disney programmed my mind to believe it was some kind of fairy tale and something to fantasize about. I always believed queens were beautiful and intelligent and generous and kind and compassionate beings that wanted to see humanity flourish. So this got me thinking, how many of these characteristics could I find in you? This was what I found out in a nutshell. Your face is on our money, but the real crown is a corporation that was set up by bankers in 1694, 259 years before your coronation. All the prisons are in your name because you're supposed to represent justice and the will of God, but in fact, because the crown is a corporation, so is the prison service. You're profiting off of prisoners. The courts are also profiting off of your name, which is oh so convenient because how would you ever be tried in one of your own courts for, say, the murder of Princess Diana, which, by the way, everyone with a brain between their ears knows was a total setup? You have disgusting personal friends like Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris that are fucking paedophiles. On top of that, I heard that at the moment, you and other members of the royal family are being investigated at the High Court in Brussels for human hunting games. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? How can you and your minions justify owning 1/6 of all the land on Earth, worth trillions, while people are homeless and starving, not only in England, but all over the world? How can you allow corporations to continue raping the earth of her resources when we have the technology for renewable energy? How can you continue to fund both sides of the wars and justify them with the illusion of conflict? Why are people paying for food and water, let alone food and water that is genetically modified and poisoned with toxins, while other humans on the planet are denied the right to these things completely? Why are animals being bred to be killed in factories and murdered for their skin? These are living souls. How can you justify legislation when even in the Bible that you kissed at your coronation clearly demands that you do not add to the laws that God has given us? What are you actually doing with your life, Elizabeth? for the past 80 years that you have been in the position that you have had the opportunity to do something about these things. So why the actual fuck am I having to write this letter? Take this as a heads up that the people are waking up. Rant over. Peace out. I need another tote. So I might send it tomorrow. What do you think?